therapy, chemotherapy that attack cancer cells directly. So some treatments that might work in some patients may not work in others. Okay, this is a very tough one. I've heard that people sometimes die of the side effects. So, the success rate, based on my knowledge, is about 40 to 50%. It is called psychosocial care or psychosocial oncology.
25 minutes.
21.
ठीक है.
So today we have someone who is currently working as a principal research associate at T-Scan Therapeutics, where she supports the preclinical development of cutting-edge cancer immunotherapies. Alongside her scientific career, she is also a certified yoga teacher with the Art of Living Foundation and runs her own venture called Viksit Yoga. Nivya holds a bachelor's degree in pharmacy honors with a minor in finance, dual master's degree, one in pharmacology and toxicology, and one in biology. So, welcome Nivya to our podcast. Thanks for joining by today.
Hello, Nivya. Welcome to our podcast. So, I'd like to start with this that you have tried pharmacy, cancer, research, yoga, podcasting. So, now as you are coming as a guest to our channel, so how do you feel this achievement?
Okay. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. So this question reminds me of the Kapil Sharma show where he, asks all of his guests that how do you feel after achieving so much, coming to this show. Uh, yeah, but on a serious note, I'm very happy to be here. It's really great that you guys have these platforms where folks can, come over and talk about their struggles, their journeys, inspire others. So that's very nice, and I'm very happy to be here. Looking forward to the discussion.
Thank you. So, starting on the first question, Nivya. So, we know that you have a background in pharma and now you are also working in the cancer immunotherapies side. So, what was that shift or what inspired you this shift from transitioning from pharma to this work?
Yeah, so I think my career journey has been really interesting in terms of basically it never took me where I wanted to go. So
Okay.
that felt a little weird. Uh, but then I think one thing that has remained constant throughout this journey is my curiosity to learn more about the human body, learning about its functioning at the micro level, and then I think continuously upskilling and changing my technical portfolio with the changing market demands. So that has really helped me throughout this journey and grow in this sphere. Um, a little bit about my journey. I When my hopes to get into MBBS shattered, I landed in BITS Pilani pursuing pharmacy honors. After that, I also did a minor in finance, but I wasn't interested in pursuing finance as my long term career. So thought of sticking to my core area. So went ahead, pursued a master's in pharmacology and toxicology from NIPER Hyderabad right after my graduation from BITS. So while I was in Hyderabad, I was pretty focused and I had this very clear, intention of pursuing a PhD. Never thought of going to the US. I was dreaming more of, going to Germany, doing it from DKFZ, which is a very renowned institute. But then destiny has its own way of working, and I think you appreciate it when you look back and try to connect the dots. So
Yeah.
and I really today when I look back, I really appreciate where my destiny has taken me. So yeah, coming back to Naiper Hyderabad after graduating from there, while I was studying there, an opportunity to pursue PhD in cancer biology from the US came right at my door, and I couldn't say no because I was dreaming of pursuing a PhD. So I came to Atlanta in January 2021. Started off with my PhD. So however pleasing it looked initially with all the papers that I published in less than a year,
Mhm.
and it looked very promising, but then it didn't feel like a sustainable option for next 5 6 years. I was not ready to commit, to that. So I got away with the masters in between after like 1.5 year. Started looking for jobs and landed at T-Scan. So while I was doing my masters in, at Georgia State in Atlanta, I got exposed to immunotherapy through just one course, and it, instantly took my interest. It felt very fascinating. So and then I also knew that immunotherapy is upcoming, and it's a buzzword in the scientific world. So I thought of applying to various roles after I graduated, and got multiple offers. And I think I chose the one where, for the first time, my heart and brain aligned. And that was T-Scan. That was a role in, immunotherapy. So yeah, I mean, that's that. And then the rest is history. I've been with T-Scan for the past almost 3 years now, and have been working in the preclinical development group, supporting the cutting edge T cell based immunotherapies. Yeah, and it's been very fulfilling and gratifying.
Okay, nice to hear that. So, can you tell us more about immunotherapy? Like, I have heard more of chemotherapy and radiation therapy. Those are the traditional cancer treatments. So, can you brief us and tell us more about what is immunotherapy?
Sure, yeah. So immunotherapy is a type of treatment that
Mm-hmm.
helps your immune system to find and destroy cancer. So, unlike traditional treatments like radiation therapy, chemotherapy, that attack cancer cells directly and also attack healthy cells in the process, cancer immunotherapy is basically strengthening and boosting your immune system to attack cancer more precisely. So it's like you're giving your immune system, better tools to
Mm-hmm.
fight the enemy.
Okay, so is it like after detection of cancer cells or before in the pre-stage only we can use this immunotherapy?
So, in most of the cases, immunotherapy is still it is as it is still upcoming, and it's the newest form of therapy. Uh, the standard care of therapy still includes the traditional therapies, which are
Okay.
chemo and radiation. So, if a patient is detected with cancer, they still have to go through the standard care
Mm-hmm.
before the doctor decides on going for immunotherapy, because none of the traditional therapies are working.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And you also mentioned now that this is a very upcoming therapy that is going on in US, cutting edge therapy. So you are doing some clinical trials as well on the actual patients. So are there any ethical considerations that you need to consider before going into those clinical trials?
Yeah, there are so many considerations before you enroll patients into the clinical trials. So, while working with cancer clinical trials, it's very important to make sure that patients understand what they're signing up for. They understand the potential side effects of the therapy, and they also understand that the treatment may not work for them, because each person is different, each patient is different in terms how their disease evolves, what are some of the mutations that they're carrying, and so some treatments that might work in some patients may not work in others. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very important that the patients understand that this treatment that they're going through may not work. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I think other than that, the researchers and the physicians should make sure that the patients are safe. They should watch out for serious side effects, and be honest about not giving their patients a false hope. Uh, yeah, and I think other than all this, I think all the patients should be treated fairly. They should be given, their privacy. And then throughout this journey, a physician or a researcher should remember that, this is just not a mere study. It is, basically you're dealing with real humans that are going through some tough phase of their.
Okay. And in India, like I have not heard about this new therapy. Like I have only heard about chemo and radiation. So if we compare like the progress between US and India, like where do we see that, and what are some of the potential opportunities with respect to India which we can improve or increase awareness among everyone as well?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, overall, if I compare India with, let's say, the US, uh, the immunotherapy treatments and research is way more advanced in the
Mhm.
US compared to India. So in the US, you have more types of immunotherapies available. For example, there are checkpoint inhibitors, there are cancer vaccines, there are CAR T cell therapies. Um, these therapies are used to treat multiple types of cancers. And other than that, US research is very cutting edge. They have better funding, they have better infrastructure compared to India. And they also run many clinical trials that patients can enroll in to take advantage of these latest available treatments. However, in India, I feel immunotherapy is still growing. It's still in its nascent phase. So there are therapies in India. For example, there are checkpoint inhibitors available, but then they are super expensive and not very affordable to the general public. Other than that, talking about the research front, I think India definitely needs more funding, more infrastructure, and trained specialists to grow further in this area.
Okay, so you mentioned like in US also this is also an initial stage right now, or the cancer immunotherapy.
No, it is way more advanced. Like if you want to compare it to India, US is way ahead.
Okay, so do we have like a matrix assigned to the treatment that we generally do? Like what is the accuracy, or like what is the conversion rate of whatever treatment we do, and how many patients are cured with these treatments that are these at this stage?
Yeah, so right now I think immunotherapies compared to other form of cancer therapies are way more safer and
Okay.
potent because you're not giving any drugs. You're basically
Mhm.
training your own immune system to recognize the cancer better. So, I mean, the success rate, based on my knowledge, is about 40 to 50% from the CAR T cell therapies and other sort of therapies that they have here.
Okay. And are you also aware about the success rates of the traditional methods that we do, like the chemotherapies and those types of treatments?
Uh, I don't have a percentage to share with you, but one thing that I know of is their serious side effects. So
Okay.
immunotherapy doesn't, have very serious side effects. I mean,
Mm.
it does, but not as serious as what the other traditional therapies have. So
Yeah.
radiation therapy, chemotherapy. Uh, I've heard that people sometimes die of the side effects, therapy side effects, than the cancer itself. So
Okay.
that's how bad
Okay.
it is.
Okay. Interesting to know. Yeah. Thanks, Nivya. So I would like to switch gears a little bit. So you also mentioned that you are also a yoga teacher. So what's your take on, like, when we say on the holistic approach of looking at the treatments that we have are there and their own place, but we also have, on the other hand, yoga and meditation and their effects on the human brains, the research insights that we have on that. So what's your take on that?
Okay, yeah. So if I talk about the mental and emotional health in the context of cancer patients, I think the cancer care definitely goes beyond just healing the physical body. In scientific language, it is called psychosocial care or psychosocial oncology, where you kind of deal with making psychological, emotional, social, and spiritual, you focus on these kind of healths of patients and their families. So I think how I look at yoga is it's more of, you know, uh, aligning your physical body with your mind and breath later so that you can go deeper into meditation. So, yoga, I think, is incomplete without meditation. I mean, people nowadays, they look at yoga as just, physical exercise. It is physically
Mhm.
a very nice physical stretching and exercise because it's opens up certain areas of your body that were ignored before, and it increases blood supply to those areas. But then once that is done, and then take it a notch higher to meditation, I think the combined effect is much more effective than just either of them alone. So yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and any personal stories you can share with us, any personal insights related to this, where you have yourself or maybe someone in your close circle have seen effects of yoga and meditation.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about myself. I've been practicing yoga for above 4 years now. Also a certified yoga teacher, as you mentioned. I am also associated with Art of Living and have been doing, meditation events, meditation courses with them. So personally, my journey, my meditation journey and yoga journey has been really transformative. uh, I think it has instilled the confidence in me that, that I got it, no matter what comes my way. So, other than that, some of the changes that I have observed in my personality overall in the past, few years of my practice are I'm able to enjoy my own self more. I'm not relied on, other people or other pleasures outside. So other than that, it has made me more calm. It has made me, I would say, more tough. I'm able to deal with, tough situations very calmly.
Mhm.
So those are all the changes that I've observed in my personal life.
Yeah. So, Nivya, you have had a very interesting journey till now, from what we hear. I wanted to talk more for our viewers. Let's say you are working in the cancer immunotherapy part. If someone is interested in that field, what paths they could pursue in their career to reach to the place where you are right now?
Okay. Uh, Before I talk about that, I would like to emphasize on one thing, which is it's very important that you pursue uh, your interests and not run after fame or money. I know
Uh-huh.
when you are an undergrad or you're finishing up your undergrad, you have multidimensional interests, and there will be people around you who are doing better or who are getting jobs with more pay, and that might look more enticing. But I think at the end of the day, if you are sticking with your interest and pursuing with whole heart and dedication, it is gonna take you where you wanna go. So with that, I think
Okay.
once you've done your bachelor's in biology or pharma, like how I did it, uh, I think the next path would be to go for masters. So now you have two options. You can either do it from India or the US. And if I compare or talk about similarities, that whole another, you know, that's another story. But then if you have funds, uh, in simple terms, if you have funds, go to the US and do your masters from there, because go to the US or Europe. But then US has more opportunities, more work opportunities. It has more, I would say, companies. Let's say if we talk about just immunotherapy, corporates. So
Mm.
If US has maybe 200 or maybe 300, India has just two. So that's
Okay.
the whole comparison. So if you have funds, go to the US, pursue your masters from there, get into some academic research or maybe some corporate to gather more interest. To gather more work experience, and then yeah. And then other than that, I think the other option is to go for a PhD. That you can go for after your bachelor's or master's. It depends on how clear you are about what you want to do down the lane. I know people who right after bachelor's, dived into PhD because they knew where they want to, land up. But then if you are not sure, go for a master's. Think about what entices you, and then maybe think about a PhD if you're ready to commit for 5-6 years, and then that would also help you land these kind of jobs and work on some cutting edge technologies.
Okay. Can you also mention like some of the companies in the US which are working on these treatment?
The immunotherapy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there are so many companies. So right now, I think I'm in Boston, and Boston is known as the hub of pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies. So, so some of the companies that are coming to my mind are, I think I would say Vertex Pharmaceuticals. There's AbbVie. So all these, yeah, and then of course
Okay.
T-Scan Therapeutics where I work. So yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. I think yeah, this was really insightful, and this will help especially young audience who are interested in this field and they are looking for opportunities.
Yep.
So moving on, like we have the last section as rapid fire for you, and we will be asking some simple, fun questions, and you can like answer them or maybe say yes or no to those questions.
Cool. I'm
Yes.
ready.
So I'll start with the first one. So which one will you choose, science or spirituality?
Spirituality goes the long way.
Okay. Then India or US? Like where do you feel more you?
Okay, this is a very tough one. I would say both, because US in terms of work opportunities, yes, I would stick to the US. But then, I really miss my family, all the connections, all my friends, back home. So India in that sense.
So which podcast you love apart from ours?
I would say Bad. It's in Hindi,
Hmm.
and that guy really touches upon a lot of interesting stuff.
Okay, nice to hear that. A place whose history fascinated you most.
Rome, definitely Rome, Italy.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. And a tree that you would like to plant if you could plant only one.
Uh, it's not a tree, but it's
Mhm.
an orchid.
Okay.
I love orchids, so if given a choice,
Basically,
I would love to plant orchids.
okay, nice.
Okay. If your life were a TED Talk, what would the title be?
Oh my god. Uh, maybe I don't know. Maybe something along the lines of yoga and science, or maybe
Okay.
a dynamic kind of personality. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm giving you keywords. Make your own title.
Yeah, yeah. Sure. Most overrated place you have ever visited?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Most overrated place you have ever visited?
Overrated. Hmm. Hmm, I don't know, honestly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe Vegas.
Vegas. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's overrated. It's overhyped.
Okay. The book you love the most?
It's Wings of Fire by APJ Abdul Kalam.
Okay. Meditation on a mountain or meditation on a beach?
Mountains, anytime.
Mountains. Predictable. One myth about cancer treatment that you want people to know.
One myth
Yes. About cancer treatment.
about cancer treatment. That cancer is not curable. It is if it is detected early. So
Hmm.
Okay. Thanks, Nivya. That was all the questions we had for the rapid fire round. And it was, I think, very fun talking to you today. Very insightful.
thank you so much for having me. I also enjoyed it. So much fun talking to you both.